shit.
Monday, happy days. Tuesday, Wednesday, happy days.
It's just one of those
happy days. The weekend comes, let's not go home.
It's just one of those days where you don't wanna wake up. Everything is everything sucks. You don't really know why, but you wanna justify ripping someone's head off. No human contact.
But am I gonna? But am I gonna? But am I gonna? But am I gonna?
Knock it off, you scumbucket.
It's just one of those days. It's just one
Hey, this is library.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to make space.
It's just one of those days. Feeling like a freight train. First one to complain. Leaves with the blood stain. Damn right, I'm a maniac. You better shoot, cause I'm fucking up your program. And if you're stuck up, you just locked up. Next in line to get fucked up. Your best bet is to stay away, motherfucker. It's just,
I'm losing my cool.
it's all about
Happy days.
It's just one of those.
Happy days.
It's just one of those days.
The weekend comes, let's not go home. Ready to make space. These days.
Feel like shit. My suggestion is to keep your distance. Right now I'm dangerous. Right now I'm dangerous.
Something's happening to the bonds.
My day keeps going this way and this way. I'm gonna pop you one so you'll stop playing games. Give me something great. Give me something great. I hope you know I pack a chainsaw. A chainsaw. A motherfucking chainsaw.
What?
So come and get it.
What we got here is a case of mistaken identity, you know? See, now this here
Not Robert.
Two to the one, from the one to the three. I like good pussy and I like good trees. Smoke so much weed you wouldn't believe. And I get more ass than a toilet seat. Three to the one, from the one to the three. I met a bad bitch last night in the D. Let me tell you how I made her leave with me. Conversation and Hennessy. I've been to the motherfucking mountaintop. Heard motherfuckers talk, seen them drop. If I ain't got a weapon, I'ma pick up a rock. And when I bust your ass, I'm gonna continue to rock. Get your ass on the wall with your two left feet. It's real easy, just follow the beat. Don't let that fine girl pass you by. Look real close, cause strobe lights about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up. Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me.
I'm a menace, a dentist, an oral hygienist. Open your mouth for about 4 or 5 minutes. Take a little bit of this fluoride riddance. Swish, but don't spit it. Swallow it, now finish. Yeah, me and Nate deal double G. Looking for a couple bitches with some double D's. Pop a little champagne and a couple D's. Slip it in a bubbly. We finished
Time to have a party. Let's get it started. Go ahead, shake it. I'm looking for a girl I can fuck in my Hummer truck. Apple bottom jeans and a big old
Some
butt.
girls, they act retarded.
Some girls are body. I want a bitch that sit at the crib with no panties on. Knows that she can, but she won't say no. Look at this lady all in front of me. Sexy as can be. Tonight I want a slut. Would you be mine? Heard you was freaky from a friend of mine.
Now I hope you don't get mad at me, but I told Nate you was a freak. He said he wants a slut. Hope you don't mind. I told him how you like it from behind.
Shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Oh, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. Come on, girl, shake that ass for me. Shake that ass for me. We about to have a party. Let's get it started. Shake it. I'm looking for a girl with a body and a sexy strut. Wanna get it poppin', baby, step right up. Some girls, they act retarded. Some girls are body. I'm looking for a girl that will do whatever the fuck I say. Every day she be giving it up.
There she goes, shaking that ass on the floor, bumping and grinding that
Hey, boss, I have a cancer.
Gay!
This is an unfortunate turn of events.
Did you just talk out your ass? Well, to be fair, Vegeta, you are part of my DNA.
What is up, guys? Welcome back. It's been a while. Tonight we are talking a lot of things, and I hope you guys had a good weekend. I know we've been kind of absent here, playing some Spider-Man and some other stuff to mix it up and get a little bit, just all around fun streams. Yeah, seriously, right, X? It's not really my stream, Some people want to talk about that stuff. I really don't care. They do their own thing. They take over the world. They do whatever they want. Yeah. What about them, huh? If you guys didn't know, I am helping with script writing and video writing for Hype Break, which is the channel that is ran by Andy Warski and Ian Miles Chong, which has been really fun. Last night we did a stream of what did we stream last night? Oh, the Battlefield 5 beta, and so that was fun to mess around with and see the problems with it and talk a little trash about that game. I'm actually going to the Spider-Man game is legit. That by far is my favorite game this year so far. And I am extremely excited for Call of Duty. What else? What else we got? Red Dead Redemption. Next month, it's going to be, a bit expensive on the old wallet. So, if you enjoy the gaming streams and stuff, what are you saying? Oh shit, that show must be green. Straw. Oh yeah, hold on, I forgot the straw. Yeah. I forgot that. Ooh. You guys can see into my soul. Look. You can see through my brain. Yeah, I will be doing it. I actually think tonight after I get done here that I might stream it. I didn't change my goal. That's the one thing I didn't do is change my Streamlabs goal. And I think after this I might play some of that. I do have a video I need to edit, like a created video. But I mean, I have all day off tomorrow, so I could always do that tomorrow if I need to. So I think I probably will go and enjoy my the Spider-Man and stream some of that after this. After this stream. I haven't been on in a while, so I'm going to set my goal a little higher than I normally do. The reason I'm aiming at this and aiming to pull some decent donations over the next few days is I do want to be able to pick up new games and do that because I do enjoy playing video games and talking to people while playing them. So I will be taking stuff that I have in the Streamlabs since I got my green screen as my birthday gift, essentially. Suck that cyborg penis. Yeah. I'll be using the Streamlabs donations and stuff that you guys send me for to pick up a couple of games to play for you guys and stuff like that. Yeah, I'll do an after show stream of Spider-Man. Obviously, the stream quality won't be as good as here. Sooner or later, I think I'm gonna get the get a capture card. That way, I can do it with Streamlabs and stuff. Yeah, that game, man. I don't know how to go about it other than saying it's so well done graphically and just all around physics. It's ridiculous. Is that a freaking bee? I think there's a bee in my house. If you start see me swatting or something, you know it's me trying to keep from getting attacked by a bee. I think he did, Damien. That is a freaking bee, dude. Motherfucker, dude. Yeah, so, the freaking jackass is flying into my ring light. And, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So I'm going to set up streaming through my PS4 so I can run it on OBS and do it a little more classy-like. But yeah, guys, so like up the stream. I actually need to make this just a tad smaller so when I lean in, I'm not massive on the screen. I'm going to make myself a wee bit smaller. So, like up the stream. That way we can get some additional viewership star. And then we'll also check out. I don't know if any of you guys heard, which I'm sure I hope many of you did. Jim Carrey decided to be a jackass on Bill Maher and basically openly call for socialism and saying that we need to stop being afraid of socialism.
Check this out. I went out today and bought me some Nikes.
Oh, I'm so edgy and so funny. I bought Nikes.
Oh, yeah.
Those are Jordans.
I bought me some freedom-friendly Nikes.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. As a salute to Colin Kaepernick.
Dude, I'm okay with being about freedom and being about choice, and I can understand the thought process of you don't have to. I'm trying to think of the word. You don't have to stand if you choose not to the flag. That's your prerogative. But why do you have to jump on the bandwagon? And why does it all spill over?
The Nike, congratulations on your fantastic choice. Thank you so much.
Well,
It's good to be back
it's
in
great to
dystopian America.
It's great to see you in front of a microphone.
Oh man,
the
I'm
way
so
you-
happy to be here. Because
Really?
I love you so much.
Yeah, you're pretty.
Thank you for waiting.
So there's parts that I wanted to talk about, but I have to find them because this is the full clip. So bear with me while I do that.
You're pretty. I would always.
Right. Yes. Right.
And I said, this guy.
Robert.
I.
Oh, by the way, I have to tell you the story.
Yes,
I don't know if you know.
it was years ago, Jim.
Okay.
Acted the comedy. They didn't
You
like me.
killed and I sucked.
Really? Why didn't
you
I
were-
get
you were
past?
So
I don't think that was me. I think you're trans.
a young, lovely
Really?
Omar.
I know is by like a.
So basically, this is the non-political section of the interview where he's not bringing up anything political besides his Nike shoe garbage stuff, and his women's jacket that he's wearing.
Look at a part and go, hey, he did great in that part.
Making the wrong choices, but committing completely.
No, I don't think you have. My favorite.
And we are babysat by the television. We're taught how to think by the television. That's the. If anything, we've got to get back to a place where we realize that a vote is not who you are. You know.
Okay, I can respect that, and I actually think that's the case, but You can't come out and start pandering to the audience and Bill Maher with shoes that you bought in protest to a protest and say we got to get back to X, Y, and Z.
And because you voted Republican, you're not stupid, you're not different, you're not worthless. You know, I could break bread with anybody who voted for Trump. We could find some common ground to love each other through, you know? So, just stop doing stupid shit!
Yeah.
That's all we expect.
All right. So
Just get it together.
let's plug your show.
Yes.
Why this character? This
Kidding,
is a show called movie was that?
Eternal Sunshine of the
Okay.
Experience, and it's about a guy. It's about
I always thought of you as a seeker.
live in a sunny place.
Right.
A carpet bombing of outrage that's happening.
I
You know, we
see it
wake
in
up-
your art.
Absolutely.
You know, I first saw you.
Furious.
I didn't realize until
What do you have to be mad about? Like, seriously, dude, you are a well-known, established comedian and actor, and you can be whatever you want, and you have as much money as you want, and what do you have to be mad about? Thanks for that, Chance.
I saw you on Jerry Seinfeld's coffee show.
Yeah.
When he was at your studio. What a great artist you are. And now I see it all the time on social media because
It took
can we,
me
can
over.
we show you a few of these?
Sure, I'd love
Okay. Sure.
First one's gonna be, take a guess, guys. Oh,
I love this one of Trump.
Yeah.
It's real.
Lincoln symbolizes
I love
for me
that because Trump is always
a president that actually, you know, had the worst tribulations our country's ever faced and brought us together. Now, the opposite is happening right now. We have a president who started out when the country was together.
the country wasn't together. I'm sorry to tell you. That's a misconception. You might want to look into that because you're completely off base here. The country's racial divide was widening before Trump even got involved.
And had a wonderful leader, and he is tearing us limb from limb.
Well,
destroying every institution.
let's talk about this Donald Trump, even though we don't want to. Let's bring it on the panel.
Yeah.
For this.
He's a car salesman. He's a used
con
car
man,
salesman.
absolutely.
And he's, you know, he didn't make America great again, but he did turn back the odometer.
Dude, no, progressive bull is what turned back the odometer. The drive to regress, to call every white person you see racist. Fuck. Sorry, that bee is fucking freaking me out. I freaking smacked him and he didn't die. And you could probably hear him freaking humming. He is humming in my light, and I'm worried about him like breaking my light. Goddamn little shit, dude. Sorry, guys. I just don't want. What I'm worried about is because my my display light is freaking very, very expensive. And if for some reason it freaking gets a situation where Jackass McGee, and so you guys don't think I'm lying, look, a bee. And I actually don't like killing bees because of how bad they are freaking doing. So I was able to toss them out on the paper outside, so that works. Back to this.
So who knows what the hell is wrong with us?
But as I watched,
Unfortunately, we're in the back seat, right?
right.
We're not in
As I watched this week, what I kept thinking was, it all comes down to this case of narcissistic personality disorder. We've all talked about.
Okay, so if he's a narcissist, so what? How about everyone stops making everything that's negative in the country about Trump? Come on. Not everything that's negative is consequence of Trump being president, and that's what they want you to believe.
About it since you've been on the public scene. No. We're talking.
Oh, you're not talking about.
He gets a little frustrated and he says, "Well, accurate is that nobody's ever done a better job than I'm doing as president."
Says these things that are so outrageous over and over and over again until eventually people think that.
Oh, because a columnist for the New York Times is going to be a very, very reasonable source for anything. Because we know the New York Times didn't just hire some freaking Asian racist.
There must be something there, right? That even if it's not, even if he's not worth $10 billion, he must be worth like $1 billion as opposed to, a few million, or as opposed to being in debt a few million, right?
He reported 100 and he was worth 5.
Right.
What are they? Yeah, no one cares.
So that's the ratio of truth to bullshit.
Personal cabinet now has turned on him.
Yeah. She needs to get slapped in the face.
The person with this disorder.
Everybody is saying, well, not everybody's saying. I sound like Trump now. Everybody's saying. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying. The guy down here saying. There's a guy under here saying it.
Go back to Ace Ventura, brother. Be rowdy and rough and gross and just none of this. This isn't even funny.
The voices in my head are saying.
Yeah. People are saying. That's his thing. People are
I've been
saying.
on the receiving end of one of the tantrums. I met with him twice. And
What'd you do?
Well, I told him no 3 times to his face. He took it well the first time. It was the second and third times he didn't take it so well.
Right.
Over the health care issue, and I tried to explain to him what I thought were problems with the bill and Medicaid and the exchange. And he cut me off and he said, "You're going to destroy the Republican Party. I'm going to blame you. It's your fault. The tax reform."
You said Mr. President?
Yeah, of course.
No matter what you think, no matter your stance on Trump, he's your president. Sorry, that's just the case. You need to get off this mindset. He is the fucking president. He's the president, okay? Chill the fuck out. It's stupid.
Of course. No, he said,
as an affirmation?
I said, and he kept saying the tax reform bill was going to fail if the health care bill didn't pass. And I said, are you telling me if we don't pass this health care bill in this form, we're not going to be able to do tax reform because of base?
Wow. I had a girlfriend one time, long time ago, and we were having problems. I went to therapy, and just, find a different way to intellectualize or get used to what she's saying, and I could, my comebacks would be different, and
Come on, get to the socialism bullshit.
Dick every once in a while, and whatever. And she said, please do, please try for a week to ignore and not react to these buttons that are being pushed.
The thing is, we actually don't.
They don't want to react to is what this chick's about to say, but that's not the case. Because it's clicks and it's views and it's money.
Before Twitter.
No, I know. We don't want it. But if you
That's a little fly in that ointment, yeah.
I'm saying there needs to be people around him.
Okay. That's
not all.
Well, we
but
had
there
that.
apparently
yeah,
are,
that's
right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask about, since we have the Democratic consultant here of the last successful Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez, Ayanna Pressley, Stacey Abrams, Carrey, Evelyn Davis. These are all women who won in primaries, weren't supposed to, and they did it with unabashed liberal proposals.
They're not liberal proposals. They're progressive socialist proposals. Don't knock or discredit what it truly is. It's socialism. They're socialistic proposals, Bill. You're just playing bullshit.
Medicare for all, ending student debt, a different approach to the war on terror, ending mass incarceration. It seems like if there is maybe a shining spot in this Trump tragedy, it's that it's made the Democrats sort of rediscover who they are.
No, it made the Democrats go to the opposite extreme of whatever they're fighting against. They go to the extreme. They are beyond liberal tendencies, which a classical liberal is, you know, center left. They believe in some policies for social care and stuff, but they're not going to be arguing against capitalism at all. This is not liberal policies. These are progressive policies, socialist policies.
And the voters... Is that what's going on?
Look, I think those fundamental issues, healthcare, job security, you know, and all of the things that are being addressed, whatever form it takes, you're hearing this kind of across the board.
He wants to say that that's not the Democratic Party. You can see it. He wants to say it.
Those candidates reflected their districts well. They reflect their constituencies well. You know, Connor Lamb in your state probably has a slightly different slant on these things, but fundamentally the values, I think, are very consistent. And
so
you can also see the former Republican congressman wanting to chime in because he is these people don't represent their areas. They're young, they're new. New is always better. And that's the mindset. That's what they're going for. It has nothing to do with them actually winning, because you're gonna see the conservatives and center left and center right people not vote for these people. Because they don't want, no one in the States wants socialism. They point to Canada and they point to their medical system. Okay, cool. Canada's medical system, they don't pay for anything. You know that they have to wait about 11 times longer for a specialist than in the US? If you have cancer, you might as well just freaking go die and take your own life into your hands, because that's what you get when you're up there.
You know, the Republicans are running with the word socialism. They're trying to say...
They're trying to scare people.
Scare people.
It's communism.
Venezuela, Trump says. We're going to be living in Venezuela.
I grew up in...
Okay. That's what socialists always... People who are democratic socialists always point to and use Venezuela as the core example of socialism and how well it was working up until it stopped working. Well, it's never been tried. What? Make up your mind. Either it's never been tried or it's been tried. Because this looks like it's been tried. Oh, and he's going to be like, I grew up in Canada.
Canada, okay? We have socialized medicine. And I'm here to tell you that this bullshit line that you get on all of the political shows from people is that it's a failure.
Oh, man. It is a failure, you freaking idiot. Stay in comedy. Stay in movies and TV shows. Don't try to talk about something you do not understand. It's a failure because, one, okay, cool. You know what? If I have a sprain or no major situation, I'll go to the hospital and I get it for free. But if I have a broken bone or orthopedic work needing done, oncologist, specialty of any kind, I will be waiting 4 months. 4 months sometimes. You want to wait for a bag of chemo treatment for 4 months when you have these giant tumors growing in you? No. No, you don't. So shut the fuck up. What up, Picris? How you doing, brother?
System is a failure in Canada. It is not a failure in Canada. I never waited for anything in my life. I chose my own doctors. My mother never paid for a prescription. It was fantastic. And I just got back from Vancouver.
It was fantastic. Okay. We got something that counters the shit out of this.
The media doesn't clinically insane.
If he is, what does that say about the Hollywood elite surrounding him who agree with his every word as seen on Bill Maher? When it comes to socialism and how Americans are living under Trump right now, I always wonder when I see Jim Carrey saying what he's saying, are they just all that out of touch, or is it a touch of mental illness perhaps? I'd like to see your comments. Let me know. Here's some context for those who didn't see it on Bill Maher last week.
Crowder's right. It is mental illness. Progressivism is really becoming a mental illness because they want to see themselves as the oppressed. They want to see themselves as victims. They're regressing us back to the extreme of racism. They really are. And they're one of the main reasons why we're having so many issues these days. Oh, that's still so funny. My straw's invisible. And they don't get there?
Carrey claims that it's time to stop apologizing. Viral on Twitter. Maher actually cut them. They cut them from the show, as far as I understand it, or YouTube. They cut them. You don't see all of these quotes everywhere on all of the platforms. But we wanted to give you context of the rest of the interview so you could actually look at Jim Carrey's claims.
And his rebuttal is spot on. Night, Andrew. Thank you. Anyone just joining, like the stream, throw a subscription on the channel if you're new. If you want to donate, streamlabs.com/AGLuck. Do appreciate it. We'll be using it for further equipment and stuff to bring you guys better streams.
And take them forth there. So again, the left wants less context. We want more. Let's go on to the claims.
So, you know, the Republicans are running with the word socialism. They're trying to say...
They're trying to scare people.
Scare people.
It's communism. It's
Venezuela, Trump says. We're going to be living in Venezuela.
With its dictator, other...
You know, this is we've had on this planet. From
on this planet.
Very American point of view of my friend, President Chavez.
That's a progressive leftist supporting Venezuela.
You know, it's funny, sometimes American journalists talk about how bad a country is because people are lining up for food. That's a good thing.
People lining up for food is a good thing in Bernie's eyes. Come on, dude.
What do you mean by that, Mr.
Right. Socialized medicine. And I'm here to tell you that this bullshit line that you get on all of the political shows from people is that it's a failure. The system is a failure in Canada. It is not a failure in Canada. I never...
So the reason I want you to see this, because Crowder is originally Canadian. He grew up, was born in Canada, moved to the U.S. because, well, it's better than Canada.
Waited for anything.
Sorry, Frozen.
In my life,
Anecdotal.
I chose my own doctors. My mother never paid for a prescription.
Anecdotal.
It was fantastic.
Untrue. Anecdotal, untrue. By the way, what wormhole did I fall into that Jim Carrey gets to act as though he has the moral high ground in combating a biased media? Everyone, people, this is what you never hear. Everyone has heard this. They used Canada as the model and said it was how the United States should model its healthcare program. Jim, you're just one in a long line of celebrities and politicians who've been selling this lie, specifically Canada, for years.
How does it happen that here in Canada,
we're back to him,
they provide quality health care to all people? And I don't think there is any debate that the quality of care here is as good or better than...
Good or better than quality of care in the U.S.? Really? Really? Really?
United States.
And there are ways of providing high-quality health care that you have developed that we need to know more about.
You know, in Canada, they run their entire free universal health care system. Is that a total overhead, total bureaucracy, 1.7% of the total health care budget.
One of his producers said, "Is that a wide-angle lens for Michael Moore?"
That's a Walter White in transition if I've ever seen it. And by the way, this is a lie, okay? Canadian healthcare is objectively worse than the United States. Now, we've done some videos on this, so you can go back and look at, just search on this channel, Socialized Healthcare Canada. But to specifically use his examples, which are anecdotal, they have the worst ER referral wait times in 11 developed countries. 56% of Canadians actually wait longer than 4 weeks for treatment. Compared to the U.S., it's about 24%. The average wait to see a specialist in Canada is 21 weeks.
At which point you don't need it anymore.
My mom was looking at 9 months for, was it 9 months for an MRI?
Yep.
9 months for an MRI,
9
but
months?
didn't she slip some cash?
That's
Isn't that
right.
what happened?
The
A little bit of
two-tiered
money,
system. It has to happen.
money, and then she got it within about a month. You have cash, you have a doctor.
month?
That's how it works in a socialized healthcare system.
You want to know how long I waited? 45 minutes.
Yes, it took
then I
longer
went and
to
got
do
one.
the MRI.
I don't understand.
Here, to give you context, when he says, I didn't have to wait, well, it was 3 years when we had to find a family doctor. Well, I never had to pay for prescription. I said subscription. I don't know. Maybe they don't have to pay for magazines. Who knows? I don't know what the rules are there. I have to pay for prescriptions. Well, Canadians have to pay for about 70% of the prescriptions that they want. By the way, they don't have the same kind of generics that you have in the United States. Certainly not when I was there. But if none of that convinces you, if you're still convinced by Jim Carrey's anecdotal evidence to which he received thunderous applause, here's something for you. The wait times were so bad in Canada, it was ruled a human rights violation by the Canadian Supreme Court in Chouy versus Quebec to force somebody into the socialized healthcare system. Wow. Now, it was ruled a human rights violation.
Wow. So, it's so good. So good. Human rights violation? Wow. So good.
By the Canadian Supreme Court in Chouy versus Quebec to force somebody into the socialized healthcare system, not allowing them to pay for privatized care. As I've talked about this many times, now in Canada they have these things known as super hospitals, as we know them in the United States, hospitals. Not to mention terminal illness survival rates, medical innovation. It's just, I mean, the list goes on and on and on. You know, here he goes on to, again, appeal to emotion.
There are people who are sick.
But that's the...
You shouldn't have to lose your home because your mother got sick.
Only that's not true at all. This is what they do. They try to appeal to emotion. So, no, you shouldn't have to lose your house because someone gets sick. Obamacare was one of the greatest taxes in the middle class that we've seen in our lifetime. Who was left footing the bill? Just like we've talked about with the housing crisis. Not the people who qualified for the subsidies, paid for by the rest of America, and not the super wealthy who could afford the skyrocketing premiums and deductibles, but the middle class Americans who do the subsidizing. Oh, you shouldn't have to lose your house because you get sick. Well, should you have to lose your house because you actually had the right amount of money saved for money down and you actually got a fair loan? You didn't go to the subprime market and then you didn't go into the healthcare exchange because you're middle class and you're working? Should you get screwed that way? We only care about the non-contributing zeros amongst us?
And he's correct. Oh, I got a flicker. There we go. I fixed it. Why? Why should I have to pay for someone who's not working? Why should I have to worry about what other people who don't take the time to better themselves, whether it be career, skill, school, something? I don't give a fuck. If you're not a productive member of society and you're not working your ass off, I'm sorry. If you're working at a minimum wage job, you shouldn't be sticking at a minimum wage job. Those jobs are meant for young people, people trying to grow in the industry. If you're going to be at a company that started you off at minimum wage, by the time that you're trying to succeed and live a life, you might want to be a supervisor of some sort, a manager, making more than those people. Maybe it's just a little bit of advice there. But yeah, so Jim Carrey's an idiot. He continues on his rant. Let's see where we're at. Where's that video? Where did it go?
The Republicans are running with the word social.
That you get on all, and I keep hearing this like, Canadians are so nice. Canadians are so nice. They can be nice because they have health care.
What? What? It's a false equivalency, Jim. You're an idiot.
They have a government that cares about them. It doesn't say sink or fucking swim, pal.
Right.
Or you live in a box.
Yeah.
There are certain people in our society that need to be taken care of. There are people without as many opportunities that need to be helped toward those opportunities.
No. You don't want people to have opportunities. You want people to have equal outcome, not opportunity, outcome.
Are people who are sick.
But that's the.
You shouldn't have to lose your home because your mother got sick.
And look, I've always said that the United States has been a quasi-socialist government for 100 years. For crying out loud, it's not
There's plenty of subsidies for oil companies,
Well,
and
but also
everybody else
Medicare and
needs
Social
a
Security,
handout,
and
right?
yes, of course, there's nothing more socialistic than some of the Pentagon programs that are just jobs programs. The Pentagon says we don't want these tanks, and they build them anyway. If that's not socialism, I don't know what is.
Jesus. I don't even need to know where to go with that part of it. I don't know. He is stupid. And Bill Maher's last little bit, just dumb. It's a subsidy program building tanks, which we don't want. Okay. Okay, cool, dude. So, what I'm going to ask you guys to do is like the stream. Yeah, like the stream. And then we're going to talk about, well, we're going to talk about something interesting, to be quite honest. And then I'm going to make you guys watch something that I helped create. It's not voiced by me, but I did help create it. So we're going to go to this screen now. Alrighty, guys. I got to actually open this up a bit because it's not showing it all. So give me a second. Okay, so the bottom part, I'm just going to scroll down so you can see. Now, be aware, this is one of the stupidest tweets I've ever seen. And this happened a few days ago. The person, I would show you on their Twitter, but they went into protected mode. Lovely lyrical here. Took a picture of melatonin. Now, for those of you who don't know, melatonin is a sleep aid. Our pineal gland, I believe. I think that's what it is, or whatever. I probably just said it all wrong. Melatonin. Yeah, it is the pineal gland. Melatonin helps people sleep. Our brain produces it naturally, and a lot of plants produce it as a defense mechanism. And that's where melatonin comes from. Now, this crazy person, we should be scared. African people, this is not a drill. They want to be us so bad. The truth is, they know we're dying off. The truth is, they know they're dying off. She believes this is melanin. She literally believes this is melanin. Not playing with you at all. This freaking dumbass thinks this is melanin. So skin pigmentation that is harvested in order to sell to white people from black people and their DNA. That's melanin in a bottle. What we're made up of, so we can go out in the sun and stand there and chill without having to use sunscreen or suntan lotion. You're wrong on that regard, because I know many black people who get sunburns, and you're just fucking talking crazy talk. Europeans want to steal everything from us, and this is just the beginning. That's not a joke at all. She literally thinks that is melanin. I wish I could show you the rest of her tweets. I'm going to see if I can find anyone who clipped them. Because she goes like Alex Jones level of craziness. Like, I'm not even kidding you. I really hope someone clipped the images of her tweets. No. She was straight saying how there's been a lot of black people reported missing lately, and JF actually responded to her and asked her to come on his show. Literally thinks, first off, it's the same thing, duckweed, to JF. Women mistakes melatonin for melanin. She goes in super deep on this statement and is fucking Looney Tunes. No, it is real. And if you, I mean, either it's real or it is the best case of trolling I have ever seen. Ever. Like, dead serious. Just in case you wondered what she looked like, that's her. She really deep dove into that. Sorry, I read the tweet and back, hacked up along. What was that about IQ again? Just saying. Rebuttal more difficult. Bell curve duckweed. Oh yeah, dude. Fucking Looney Tunes. Sorry, I'm adjusting my video while we're talking, so that way if I show you guys anything else, it's not all screwy. But yeah, so that's a real person who really thinks that and went on a tirade against people and actually blocked her privated her tweets. Let me see if I can pull it up in no, because I don't even think you can pull it up in protected mode or what's it called if it's private. 154 785. Like, who uses a long ass bunch of numbers at the end of their freaking name for Twitter? Yeah, so check it out. She went into protected. Damn, when you go protected, you can't see shit. She probably got roasted so much. So, but yeah, so crazy woman believes melatonin is all the black people missing went to Canada for their health care. All these quote-unquote people are missing, and she's trying to say that it's because they were trying to what's it called, harvest their DNA because we need it so bad. Yup. Fucking crazy people, man. Crazy. Oh man, I am freaking, oh dude, I am so sore. I've been feeling like I was getting sick. I don't know. I need to, I want to play something funny for us, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. Well, actually, I'm going to play something cool that I wrote. Here we go. So I actually wrote this article. or wrote this piece for Hypebreak.
Kingdom Hearts 3 is almost upon us. We are pumped, and we can't wait to fill the giant shoes of Sora once again. With all the new gameplay footage released of Kingdom Hearts 3 over the past few weeks, fans have more reason than ever to be excited. After keeping the game under wraps for years, Square Enix is doing a fine job at building excitement for the game. With that in mind, we're going to take a look at the top 5 things we're looking forward to the most. Number 5, the gameplay. So you've played the previous Kingdom Hearts games, and the combat feels all a bit simple compared to new games like God of War and Spider-Man. So what now? Well, they're changing up the formula by adding a ton of new combat variables between links, formerly known as summons, the ability to switch between keyblades during battle, and a more sophisticated fighting system that goes well beyond spamming the attack button. Even the camera system has been vastly improved, so you'll always stay focused on the enemies without losing track of what you're attacking.
Dude, this game looks super pretty, and it looks really good.
Number 4, a second playable character. Sora isn't gonna be the only playable character in Kingdom Hearts 3. According to a whole bunch of rumors and some hints from the game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, you'll be able to take on the role of someone other than Sora this time around as an option. It's impossible to say if you'll be filling the shoes of Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck during one of the more limited sequences, or if you'll be able to play as this second character for the entire time. Would it not be cool if the game had a new Game Plus mode that let you go through the whole story as somebody else? Number 3, the size and scale of battles. Kingdom Hearts battles were always a bit small in scope, but that was due to the technical limitations. After all, when you're making a game for the old PlayStations, there's not much the developers can do to make the battle seem big without turning it into a mindless slaughterfest like Dynasty Warriors. Instead, we're gonna go up against a much larger volume of enemies in Kingdom Hearts 3, akin to some of the best fights in God of War, and you'll be going up against a Titan that even throws boulders at you, giant boulders. You'll see a lot of those giant monsters in this game. The scale feels just about right. Number 2, Keyblade transformations. We mentioned this briefly under gameplay earlier, but Keyblade transformations are gonna be a huge fighting mechanic that will give you even more ways to take down the Heartless and Nobodies. Nomura...
Yeah, I'm super hyped for 2 Frozen, just for the simple fact that shit, it's been 13 years since Kingdom Hearts 2 came out. 13 years.
Says that every Keyblade comes in a unique form and offers 2 transformations for stylized combat for each weapon. You'll need to flow around the battlefield and perform a variety of attack combos to reach the Keyblade transformation point. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. That'll give you good reason to play well. Number 1, new worlds. It's been a long time since the last Kingdom Hearts, and Disney has been really busy in creating all these new stories and worlds, you know, in the form of Frozen, and the new Toy Stories, and now you'll be able to visit them for the first time ever outside of a movie theater or some, you know, bad mobile game. If there's anything that sets Kingdom Hearts apart from other action games,
Subliminal messages ensue.
Whether you're exploring Halloween or visiting Port Royale from the Pirates of the Caribbean,
Jesus, guys, you guys are funny.
made the franchise a hit. After all, what better way is there to rekindle your childhood?
And the character design looks so good for freaking Port Royale. They look like really well done characters, even the cartoony characters.
This time around, we can expect to head into Arendelle from Frozen, and the Toy Box from Toy Story, just to name a couple of places. There's many more. Oh, and there's no more loading screens between worlds. How about that? It feels almost like an
Mike Wazowski.
open world game, but without any of the empty areas. So what are you looking forward to the most in Kingdom Hearts 3? Tell us in the comments below. As always, be sure to like the video as it helps.
Oh shit, I didn't know this one came out. This one I also wrote too. Top 10 worst video game movie adaptations. Yeah. That one's mine as well. I have 5 scripts submitted to them. And am officially on the team, and we will be doing created content there and stuff. The game in general looks great. I'm super hyped for it and can't wait. I thought that freaking something else was in here. But But yeah, guys. So I have the reason I kind of want to cut it early tonight is because I am going to play Spider-Man, but I need to grab myself some food. So I will post it in the Discord. So if you're not part of the Discord, which I think all of you are, make sure you are, and then that way we can communicate. The script was good. Ian did good. Yeah, dude, you wouldn't be surprised how many hats I'm wearing these days. For the simple fact that I'm producing a show. Oh, and a reminder, guys. Next Monday. So instead of doing the wrestling show on Sunday nights, I'm going to start doing it on Monday nights because I have an offer to produce a show on Sunday nights. And it guarantees me some side income intake. So that's always a good option. But I figured we can do that on Mondays. And that way I don't have to like lose the stroll. That's the Discord if you're new. Join it because I will be doing the live stream. What'd you say? Yes, Spider-Man. Spider-Man does whatever AGLuck makes him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, yeah. So I'm gonna go grab food, and then I will be back on the PlayStation side, and I can't wait to play some Spider-Man tonight because it'll be nice to just focus on some fun. Give me about 30-45 minutes and then we'll be good to go. Thank you again for watching, those of you guys who probably won't join, but it will be a lot of fun. So hang out. I will see you guys soon.